Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream.
Hey everybody, welcome to the show. I'm your host Sandman. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Covert Instruments Covert Companion. Let's get into it. So first off, I've had this tool going on almost 9 months now. I purchased this bad boy back in August or July of 2023. Shortly after that, sometime during Black Friday, at least around Halloween, they teased the idea of the Rivpick, and then Black Friday, I think this guy got released, which is 4 lockpicks in one. You just fold it out, and now you have a full-size working lockpick, but it only weighs 6 grams. And then sometime around Christmas, they came out with the Slim Pickins, which the Rivpick goes inside of, and you have the 4 double-ended turning tools, a total of 8 turning tools and 4 lockpicks inside of one small form factor, which is like 40 grams overall for $55. It's essentially an abbreviated version of the Covert Companion. I have it all. I've been carrying this thing for 9 months. I experimented with this on my keychain. I love it. I experimented with this in my wallet because I saw McNally do it, and I think McNally is a hell of a lockpicker. I really enjoy his videos. So I put this in my wallet as well with one single turning tool. And then I was like, you know what? Before I can review the Covert Companion, I need to make a very minimal investment. And that minimal investment is I need to purchase every single jackknife tool that's worth talking about on the market. UK Lockpickers, Dangerfield, Multipick with all the multiple profiles, Southern Specialties, the Swick, Lockmaster from Wendt in Germany, Majestic, Mad Bobs from the UK, Sparrows from Canada, and Martin Newton from the UK. And then I was like, that's still not enough. I should try all the pocket pick sets, Southern Specialties, some more Southern Specialties, and Dangerfield. I've had all this stuff. I've carried all this stuff. I've reviewed 80% of it. And at the end of the day, my favorite tool of all of these is hands down the Covert Companion. However, I have been putting this review off for 9 months, not just because I was like, I'm going to make this killer, super epic, objective review of the Covert Companion. And it's going to be amazing. I'm going to write everything down. I'm going to measure the weight. The Sparrow's Escort's 80 grams, but the Slim Pickins is 40 grams, but the Rivpick is 6 grams. The Swick is 47 grams, the Wendt Lockmaster. And then I'm going to go with practicality. I'm going to measure how many tools are in all of the jackknife tools versus tensioners, get a pick to tensioner ratio, and I'm going to rank everything. And then I'm going to compare everything by price, the most expensive, stuff on the market versus the most affordable. And then I'm going to make my comparison video, and I'm still going to do that. But I have been putting this review off for 9 months for one reason and one reason only. And that reason is nobody will believe me that it's my favorite tool in the whole wide world. I think it's awesome. I carry it everywhere I go, the Covert Companion. And everybody's going to just not believe me. That's fine. I'm not a fan of carrying a full-size lockpick set anymore. I never really did a year ago. I just kept lockpicks in my truck. But then when I started getting into collecting tools and I started buying the jackknife pocket pick sets and the multi-tools such as this, I started playing around with carrying them. And I really liked it. I loved having something on me at all times. I do what's called an off-body carry, or in tactical lockpicking, it's called a 1.5 carry. So it's not your first line of defense, and it's not your first line, it's not your second line, it's somewhere in between. And I just throw my Covert Companion into my sling bag with my concealed carry because I live in Texas and I carry concealed. This weekend I went to a Renaissance festival, and I knew that I wouldn't be able to conceal carry in the Renaissance festival due to the 51% law that's in Texas. So I left my sling bag at home. I didn't take my firearm, and I put the Covert Companion in my front pocket. I loved it. And I walked around for 6 hours. I had no issues with it. I even got to go watch an escape artist do a show where somebody wrapped them up in chains and put 3 padlocks, master lock, number 5 padlocks. And they put them in like this box filled with water. And I watched him use some type of rake to escape from the padlocks and to get out of the chains. And the whole time I was like, thank God I have my Rivpick on me at the very least, my Rivpick, but I have my Covert Companion on me. that if, this show goes sideways, I'm probably the one person in the audience that can help this dude. That's kind of a cool thought. I haven't done a review of this product because it is the most divisive product in all of locksport. If you want to divide the community and you want to create enemies and friends, go onto Reddit and type in, should I buy the Covert Companion? It is the most divisive tool in the history of tools, in my opinion. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I haven't seen such people arguing over such a tool since people started arguing, Snap-on versus Matco or Mac or Proto. I don't know how many of you people are in the blue collar industry, but tools can be very divisive. This is the most divisive tool of them all. I have not reviewed this because I was like, if I put out an objective review of this tool, nobody's going to believe me. So I am not doing an objective review. I'm doing a subjective review. This is my opinions. These are my thoughts. And this is me explaining why my favorite tool of all my tools that I own and the only tool that I absolutely carry every single day, everywhere I go, 24/7 is the Covert Companion. If you're looking for an objective review, this is not it because I don't know how to do that. And please, all of you, I can't do it. I don't have it in me. I've put it off for 9 months thinking that I would have line graphs and, I'm burned out on trying to convince people on things that are completely objectionable. Like trying to explain to people that there are different, steels out there. Like I've done a good job. I've done a good job up to this point. Trying to explain to people, trying to explain to people, educate people that there's only 5 different tool steels out there. We're either dealing with 301 high yield or 420 stainless, 1095, 301 full hard, or titanium grade 5. And then I try to explain to people that there's different price ranges for everybody. Little Timmy's going to spend $100 on a tool and not know how to use it and be upset because he can only really afford $25 on tools. Big Tim, on the other hand, is going to buy the $90 Covert Companion, and he's going to buy all the expansions that go with it, and he's going to carry it in his big front pocket every single day of the week because he's Big Tim and he can do that. I try to educate people and show that there's a difference in the different qualities of these. Like some of these tools are such poor quality and they're so non-functional, but yet they hold such a weird command value or a price. They command such a high value in the market. Like the Sparrow's Kurigami pick set. That thing's garbage. Tier 3. I can't recommend it. Poor quality, non-functional. But this thing is best of the best. There is no other multi-tool on the market except for the ones that you buy out of China that are complete rip-off of this, and they're garbage. The tools are garbage. The steel is garbage. The quality control is garbage. And yet people are like, oh, it's a nice alternative to the Covert Companion. It's not. It's garbage. This tool is best of the best, high quality, high functionality, and the transparency there. The company will answer any questions you have about any of their tools. I do my best to try to make objective reviews, and I'm burned out on it. And I'm all I can do is tell you that I love this tool. This is my favorite tool of all the tools that I own, and I'm not going to be ashamed of it. Someone asked me the other day at a locksport meetup, said, Sandman, what do you carry for your everyday? And I said, I just carry the Covert Companion. Now this person, her name's Lily. She's an urban explorer, and she's probably a better lockpicker than me. And she uses lockpicks professionally and as a hobbyist. I don't want to give away what she does as a profession. But, tools are important to her. She's got to use them for a living. And she, it was important to her to find out what it is that I use. I use the Covert Companion. And she said, why? And I said, because it has everything I need. It has the Arbiter bypass kit in it, and it has the Genesis pick set in it. I don't need to carry 2 different pick sets. I can just carry the Covert Companion. Also, I made the investment beyond the initial $90 to get into this, and I purchased everything that I wanted this thing to have. I don't want to go off of some fact sheet on saying what this thing has and what you got to buy separate, because these things change over time. But I wanted to have the American bypass driver. I wanted to have all the jiggler keys, which are for vehicle gas locks, vehicle glove compartments, center console compartments, and it's also great for those cheap Sentry safe locks that are wafer locks. This is great for vehicle door locks. I wanted to have the rakes on there because I guarantee you at some point I'm going to make a video of me raking my way from white belt to purple belt all the way up to a medical classic using just rakes. I promise you I can do it. I wanted to have the single pin picks in here because why not? I wanted to have the jackknife tool for the shutter locks. I wanted to have the bypass tool for lloyding latches where the dead latch has not been properly activated because the door is not seating against the latch strike correctly. And I wanted to have the decoding tools for decoding combination locks. And I put it together in an order that fit me. I didn't even know that they Covert Instruments had the blueprints link. I'm going to put that in the description down below, but if you are having trouble putting this thing together, Covert Instruments has links that are called blueprints, and you can put it together exactly how they figured out that it works. But I put it together how I wanted it to. It took me 3 hours, but it was fun. I love playing with these toys. And once I put it together, it was perfect. It was done. I put all the comb picks together. I put all the warded picks together. And then on opposite sides of one side here, I've got the commercial bypass, the Adams Right commercial bypass tools here, the left and the right. I put it together how I wanted to put it. I see a lot of people have opinions on this tool that have not made the investment that I have made. People have not continued to collect with this tool, such as the invention of the Riv Pick, almost a full year and a half, almost 2 full years since this Covert Companion even came out and was available on the market. This guy came out. I see people have an opinion on a product that they haven't invested in, that they don't know how to use, and they haven't customized it to their own needs. And that's frustrating because how do I review a product that nobody wants to put that investment in themselves? It's exhausting. I wanted this to be a fun review, and I'm having fun doing reviews, and I'm having fun showing you my products, but I'm also sometimes it's exhausting going into the comments and having to defend my objective reviews or my personal opinions. I can't think of a single thing that's wrong with this tool. There's not a single flaw to it. I think it's flawless. If you make the investment of the Riv Pick and add it to it. I don't remember if I mentioned this, but there's a guy named Georgia Jim, and I'll put a link in the description below, and he has taken the Riv Pick and he's picked white belt to black belt and all manner of high security locks, multiple black belt level locks with just a Riv Pick. I don't know what else you could ask for. I have all the other tools. So, that being said, it's my favorite tool that I own. It's the #1 tool that I own, but people just assume that I carry the world's largest lockpick set, and I don't. I mean, I carry the most functional one, and that's the Covert Companion. And then, when I go on to Reddit, there's people that like to make reviews of products that they don't invest in, that they don't know how to use. And that's that. I don't know where else to take this. I love this tool. I stand by it. I will always recommend it. I'm looking forward to other expansions, upgrades. I'm looking forward to newer versions if they do come out with things like that. I want this thing to be ginormous. I would love this thing to be 6 inches wide, just to be funny, just to be a collector. I'm that kind of guy. I like stuff like that. Anyways, that's all I have for today, folks. Let me know in the comments down below. What are your thoughts on the Covert Companion? Do you see this being your everyday carry? Would you rather just carry the Riv Pick, or would you rather just carry the Slim Pickens? I'd like to know. I know this is a very divisive tool in the community, but man, it's my favorite tool. That's all I have for today, folks. Let me know, and I'll catch you guys next time.
Mr. Sandman, bring